Hey everyone, welcome to the weekly PlayStation News Update, where we discuss all the most exciting events related to Sony consoles. Without further ado, let's dive right in. Renowned insider Tom Henderson has reported that the PlayStation 5 Pro might be released in 2025. Gamers on social media asked if the console would be available in September, to which Henderson expressed doubt and hinted at a 2025 release for the Pro version. He also mentioned that developers have until July 30th to submit their games for Pro certification. Henderson believes there might be an announcement for the PlayStation 5 Pro later this year. Interestingly, all game certification applications after September 15th must support the Pro version, so developers won't need to hide the platforms for their projects. Therefore, a PlayStation 5 Pro announcement is likely in September. The new Astrobot game will take 12 to 15 hours to complete its story campaign. The developers decided not to extend the gameplay to avoid monotony. The game will feature over 80 levels. According to creative director Nicolas Doucet, the studio prefers a quality over quantity approach and opted for diverse locations and dynamic gameplay instead of an open world. The game will also include 150 Easter egg bots to achieve platinum. The game will be released on September 6th exclusively for PlayStation 5, with a possible port in the future. Big gaming companies have started to disband their diversity and inclusion departments as interest in this direction has waned, and games with such agendas do not yield significant profits, selling at the same level or slightly worse than regular projects. However, it is too early to write off such games completely, as there are still studios worldwide that haven't faced negative experiences and might continue to emphasize racial diversity, not realizing it doesn't automatically make a game good. Players want to see interesting and memorable heroes. The PS4 has received Update 11.52, which didn't significantly change the console's functionality, but made it harder for hackers. This shows that Sony continues to support the PS4 as it remains popular among half of all PlayStation ecosystem gamers. The PS5 became the best-selling console in Europe in 2024, surpassing the Switch and Xbox sales. It sold over 2 million units, which is 10% less than last year. Nintendo and Xbox are struggling more. Nintendo has saturated its market, while Xbox faces serious difficulties, especially in Europe. The full plot of the new Wolverine game by Insomniac Games has appeared online, and fans compiled it from leaks. This plot is likely to be in the final version of the game. Gears of War, Halo, and other Xbox games might come to PlayStation consoles, as Microsoft is actively expanding its team of developers experienced with Sony's console. Chinese developer S-Game shared a new gameplay trailer for their dynamic action game Phantom Blade Zero, exclusive to the PS5. The developers draw inspiration from titles like Metal Gear Rising, Revengeance Sifu, and Bloodborne, as well as manga like Berserk, Blade of the Immortal, and Hong Kong Kung Fu films. The game will take 30 to 40 hours to complete, including side quests and horseback riding. After that, players will be offered multiplayer dungeons and boss fights. Activision has announced the dates for the multiplayer beta of Call of Duty Black Ops 6. The open beta for all platforms will run from September 6th to 9. Early access will be given to those who pre-ordered the game, and Xbox Game Pass subscribers from August 30th to September 4th. The game will be released on October 25th on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series, and PC. It will be available on Xbox Game Pass on the release day, while PlayStation owners must pay full price. IGN shared 10 minutes of gameplay for the upcoming survival game A Quiet Place: The Road Ahead. The footage shows the exploration of an abandoned hospital, where the protagonist, Alex, hides from creatures that react to any sound. The video demonstrates the mechanics of quietly opening doors and survival elements such as resource gathering and managing the protagonist's asthma. The release is planned for late 2024 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC. The developers of Splitgate announced a new installment of the free-to-play first-person shooter 4v4. The new game is being developed on Unreal Engine 5, promising improved graphics and new battle arenas. The release is planned for 2025 on all current platforms, including PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Despite the success of the first part, the developers ended its support, likely focusing on creating a second game that promises to be even better. This week saw the release of several free and trial games you can play for free. The free-to-play game Asphalt has been released for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. The mobile franchise is now available on consoles with cross-platform multiplayer for up to 8 players, split-screen support for up to 4 players, 120 FPS, and dynamic lighting. The game features over 250 cars and extensive customization options. Until July 21st, without a PlayStation Plus subscription, anyone can play the upcoming Sony console exclusive, Concord. The server activity is stable, but the peak number of online PC players was less than 3,000. Considering the saturated shooter market and its $30 price for the standard edition, Concord is unlikely to be a hit. Ubisoft has released a free demo for Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, available until July 28th. The demo lets you play for 5 hours, or until you reach the Tree of Home in the main quest of the Arokna clan. There is also a discount on the whole game. Ubisoft and PlayStation might add the game to the PlayStation Plus extra catalog, so it may be worth waiting. Now, here are a few words about subscription updates. First, the July PlayStation Plus extra editions are finally available for download, including Mount and Blade, Crisis Core, and several other lower-tier games. Secondly, it has been announced that on August 20th, 6 good games will leave the enhanced PlayStation subscription, including 2 Destroy All Humans games, Need for Speed Unbound, and Spellforce 3. If you want to play any of these games, you might want to hurry up. Well, friends, that's all for now. Let's discuss these news items in the comments. Let me know what you think about the news on the PS5 Pro and the new extra subscription games. You've been watching the weekly PlayStation World News on the PlayStatty channel. We'll see you in the next episode soon. But in the meantime, stay tuned.